Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex with Disabled Vets Perspective. I'm starting to get the Santa Claus thing going on here. Figured I'd grow it out a little bit, see what it looks like. Being an Indian, I usually don't get very good growth in my facial hair, But anyway, a couple of things I wanted to bring up today. Again, apologize. Haven't been able to do very many videos and stuff, and for obvious reasons. Just a lot going on. But I wanted to bring up something that's just been rattling around in my brain, and I left my tin hat in the house. I should have put that on. But I want you guys to look at something with me, because I know I'm not the only one that sees these little things. Recently, I got a glimpse at a map, a satellite map of California while they were looking at the fires. And in this view, you could see a beam come down and an area light up nice and bright. Well, it tells me that the DEW weapons are still in the possession of the Black Hats. And my question is, why? Why can't the powers that be get a hold of this psychotic weapon that is being used to ignite the West Coast? Um, if you look at it, every time California gets rejected for federal funds, they set their state on fire, because once their state burns down, then they qualify for federal funds. Well, they're broke. They don't have any money for their liabilities, for retirement or anything. So anything they can do to get federal funds and slush money for themselves, they try to do. And the only way to do that, once you've exhausted all of your illegalities done by Nancy Pelosi trying to cram stuff into bills, then the only option is to burn your state down so you can get disaster money. And that's done regularly. But now the word has spread. Governor Newsom has been talking to his friends over there on the West Coast and telling them, hey, we're not going to get money because of the sanctuary laws and because we're allowing people to destroy our cities. So what you guys need to do is go ahead and start some fires, because then we're guaranteed to get some money. So, wow, I got a lot of mail. But anyway, so the whole West Coast is burning, and there's evidence that it is from the DEW weapons. So you see that. You can look it up. It's on, well, there's a couple of places that you can look at satellite imagery. A couple other YouTubers have posted it, that kind of stuff. But anyway, trying to hold this and hold the phone. Hold the phone! Anyway, you should look it up, because the energy weapons are still in the possession of people that do not mean us any goodwill. And the problem is, as long as they have these weapons, we are in danger in every part of the country. The other half of this now is something that I brought up to my wife. I told her that we need to be watching for storms, because apparently the Black Hats also still have control of HARP, and the weather modification systems are still in the control of people who mean us harm. And what I told her to watch for at the beginning of the season, I said, you watch and see how many hurricanes come up here and hit us in the Gulf Coast. And the reason I say that is because here in the northern Gulf Coast is pretty much a Republican stronghold, or conservative. I mean, a lot of people in the South don't consider themselves Republicans because, well, obviously there's corruption on both sides. They consider themselves constitutional Americans. That's the Southern thing. So anyway, the fact that we have a stronghold here, and all of a sudden we're getting storm after storm up here in the northern Gulf Coast, it tells me that the HARP system, is still under the control of people who mean us harm. Now, that's why I said I needed my tin hat, was because of the, talking about weather modification and dew weapons and all these kind of things. But all you have to do is tell me I'm wrong and then come up with a better solution. But you look at what the storms are doing. Hurricanes in the past, you got to look at how they act. Um, you have things like wind shear, steering currents, water temperature, all this stuff. Come on, pup. You have all this stuff that goes into a hurricane. And just the one today just did a complete loop-de-loo just south of us in the Gulf. And the eye of this storm moved over several miles like a blink. I mean, it just doesn't do that. I mean, the meteorologists will say, oh, look at that. It did this. It moved this eye over. It restructured because it saw the thunderstorms and it figured it'd get over there and get close to them. Bullshit. I've looked at weather for a long time, kind of a amateur hobby. I used to do storm chasing and stuff like that. So I've looked into this stuff, and it don't work the way they say it do. So there is still control of HAARP that is in the hands of people who shouldn't have control of it. And, until this election, I can see us getting the crap knocked out of us a couple more good times right before November. I mean, November 30th, the end of hurricane season, they've got plenty of time to screw around with it. We've got this hurricane that's just south of us in the Gulf of Mexico. And, it's done strange and unusual things. But anyway, I want you guys to think about the fact that we are not in control. And the ones that are in control, they're trying to punch our ticket for us. They're trying to disrupt the election with any possible way they can. Come on, let's go. But anyway, so also wanted to bring up a little tidbit that I watched Guns and Gadgets this morning. Good channel. Make sure you have subscribed to him. His channel is growing in leaps and bounds, and we can all help him make that happen. So if you haven't yet, get over there to Guns and Gadgets, because if you want your Second Amendment news, that is where you get it. Anyway, he did a report this morning talking about a couple of officials that are running for their seats. And turns out in Florida, we got a real doozy. We got a cop-hating, Second Amendment-hating, basically future criminal, that he will destroy the Second Amendment. And Florida, every day is a fight for us to keep it. Concealed carry, stuff like that is all, you have to pay for your privilege or your right to use your God-given rights, but that's beside the point. The fact is that you can get a CCW here, and a lot of Democrats hate that crap, because that means that their future criminalities will be disrupted by the armed populace, and that goes all the way up to the government. So anyway, if you haven't yet watched Guns and Gadgets today, I wish you would, because if you are from Florida, you need to know about this guy. We need to make it our mission to help the person that's going to be running against him, and try to keep Florida safe, as a safe haven for the Second Amendment as much as it can be. We got to do our part, and it goes to the down ballots. Like I've been saying, while they're distracting you with the dementia child that they have running for their Democrat seat, and the racist and the political prostitute that is his running mate, everybody's distracted with that. But then all these absolute morons are trying to sneak in on the down ballot races because nobody's paying attention to them. You've got to pay attention. You have to look at these people. I don't give a damn if they got an R in front of their name, or a G, or whatever, Democrat, gopher, Republican, and independent. You look at what they're saying. Listen with your eyes. and hear with your ears, or hear with your, yes. Anyway, they will be deceiving you. You have to pay attention. They're going to say all these magical things to make you go, yeah, and then they're going to slip something in there. You know, we're going to give everybody cake every day for lunch as part of their stimulus package. And we're going to take your Second Amendment away completely, but the cake is going to be outstanding. That's the kind of shit they're going to pull. So you have to listen to what the people are saying on the down ballots, and if you can, get in their face and meet with them. You know, take a minute, find out who your representative is that is running for your local race, and ask them the real questions, face to face, because you can tell if somebody is lying to you. It's, you know, it's built in, it's human nature. And if they're standing right in your face and lying to you about this and that and all the things and magical horseflies and unicorns with rainbows flying out their asses and all this crap, and then they throw something in there like, you know, we're going to raise taxes 57%, but you know, the unicorns are really going to be fascinating. That's the kind of shit you got to look for. So do your part. Study the people on the down ballots. Do not let them slip somebody in there while you're distracted with dementia Biden and prostitute Harris. Make sure you are not distracted. Focus. We'll make it. We'll get through this, but it's an all-out assault. We're basically at war. We have the brown shirts that are terrorizing the streets to intimidate people into not voting, just like 1933. This is all just a re-loop of the past. So, really, we're being attacked by weather. We're being attacked by weapons of unusual destruction. We are being attacked on the streets by the brown shirts and Black Lock and all the hell the other ones. So you have to be ready for all of this. The only way we're going to win this battle at this point is by eliminating the source. That means get rid of their money, and part of that is getting rid of the Democrats that support these people. Get rid of these people, take away their money supply, arrest the son of a bitches that are doing criminal activity, including the people that are supporting it. And then once we get rid of all of this, we get to win the war quietly and without a shot fired. If we fail, there's just not going to be another viable alternative. I don't think we would be able to avoid conflict. So, again, pay close attention to the people in the down ballot races. Look at your local races. Pay attention to what they say. Listen to them, because they're going to slip crap in. It's going to get right past you at first, and then you're going to be eating your Jello and watching your soap operas and go, holy shit, did he really? Wait, I think he said that. But then you're going to have to go back and go, wait, I did hear him say that. So take the time, study the people that are coming in. Let's get rid of them and bring this place back to a constitution where it should be. Remember, it's God-given rights, and these people swear an oath to protect us and to protect our God-given rights. And the Constitution is there to restrict the government, not the people. You do not have constitutional rights. You have God-given rights that are protected under the Constitution. And someday we'll get back to that if we all do our job. All right. Well, I got to get ready to take Lisa to treatment, and hopefully I'll have time to get this thing loaded up before we go. If not, it'll finish up sometime this evening. But that's all I got. I hope you guys think about some of that stuff. I hope you see it with me, because things are weird. It's kind of right in our face. Nothing is being hidden anymore. But anyway, y'all, if you like what I have to say, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Tell your friends about me. Help me try to grow this channel. Remember, I demonetized this thing, not for me, but to protect you guys, because YouTube likes to steal the money of the people who donate. So if you feel like helping out, I do have a PayPal, and you're welcome to do so, and anything is appreciated. And I will keep bringing them out as I can. You know, Lisa first, family first. I always say it. And then once I can get a few minutes, when she's doing pretty well and I can leave her alone for a few minutes, I'll get out here and do a video. But anyway, I love you guys. Stay in the fight.